Why, hello there. Sorry I'm late. I was on the phone with Steve Gorman doing our podcast, The Black Room. And by phone, I mean StreamYard. So I can't do a live while I'm also recording a podcast, which you will be able to check out later on my YouTube page. If you're watching this and it's not Wednesday, September 18th at 4 o'clock or thereafter, don't leave a comment. Only leave a comment if it's right now, because otherwise I won't see it. And if I don't see it, I can't answer it. And if I can't answer it, you're going to think I intentionally didn't answer it when I did nothing of the kind. I just didn't know it existed. Same thing with DMs. Don't ever DM me. I never see those things. And then I feel bad every once in a while. I'll go in just to clear out the notifications and I'll be like, oh, people asked me questions. No, don't do that. I'm so sorry. So, yeah. Oh, I'm still on Do Not Disturb here from the interview. Okay. Hey. Sorry. I was what's going on? Yeah, so I just finished recording The Black Room with Steve Gorman, and we had a great talk about the Jane's Addiction drama and the REO Speedwagon drama. Nobody saw that coming. And potentially whether or not it's going to affect the Foo Fighters. Hey, Christina, how are you? So, yeah, I've got to actually, while I'm thinking about it, I need to forward this video on to the digital team and see what they can do with it. We had some technical difficulties too while we were shooting it, which kind of bummed me out. Authentication. 1 second. Come on. Yes, it's me. Anywho, so yeah, I feel bad because our digital team is already just a little busy right now. And I did not want to have to dump this on them, not like fully ready to go, but it is. So I mean, Steve and I have been missing each other, like not being able to sit down and like have this conversation for days now. And as soon as we do, technical difficulties. Oh, you know what? The files are probably going to be too big to send in an email. I'm going to have to upload them to the drive. What was I thinking, you guys? What was I thinking? All right. Well, I can't talk to you and figure that out at the same time. Hey, Mike, what's going on? What's up, Red? Hi, Glenn. Glenn, how are you the OG Glenn? Are there other Glens that you're in competition with? Are there Glens trying to steal your thunder? What's up? Hey, Donald. My week is going by so fast. It's like, but then at the same time, it's only Wednesday. There's so much to get done, but good news. I got the metal zone done in advance. Yay. So now I have to finish sorting this podcast. And I had a sales meeting this morning, and well, it wasn't really a sales meeting. It was like a client meeting. And now I'm meeting the client in person for lunch on Friday. So I've got to get that in my sort of thing. Hey, Andrea. Hey, Mark. Sherry. Holy crackers. Look at everybody. What are you guys doing? Where do you guys check in from? Are you like on your way home from work? Are you already home from work? Are you like kind of watching the clock, almost out of work? I'm curious. Oh, Glenn, you're the original. Okay. And BT Dubs, I finally took off that nail polish. Hey, what? Yeah. Yeah, see, right? You saw it coming, Ren. Prune Tucky? Mark, what does that mean? That you're in Kentucky and you like prunes? I don't understand. Are you making fun of Steve Gorman because he's from Kentucky? He's only partially from Kentucky. He's mostly from Baltimore and Kentucky. Sherry, you're drinking wine? Atta girl. Eastern time. Nice. What time is it there? 4 or 5? Oh, 7 o'clock. Absolutely. Mike, you're already home? Hey, Vernon. I need silver and black nail polish. Joke's on you, Vernon. I have silver and black nail polish. What I need is time to get my fucking nails done, which I do not have because I got up at, well, I tried to get up at 8 today, but no, it did not work again. But I did get up at 8:40 and I did go straight to yoga at 8:40. And by go to yoga, I mean from the bedroom to the living room where the yoga mat is. So I did do the yoga this morning, but then I was running short on time. So I only did I didn't even get a whole hour on the treadmill, which meant I didn't get more than an hour in on social media. But that's because I had that client call today at 10:30. And then by the time all that was done, I had to get ready for work and, and stuff. Donald, you're already home when you say what's up? Nice. Oh, okay. I hope you were all the way down in Santa Clara today and nobody had to go near Highway 92 because there was a big accident, 92-880 earlier. Hey, Andrea. Oh, you're getting a background check done for a new job? Congratulations. I know my background is clean because Live Nation has been background checking me for 20 fucking years now. And it's hilarious. Every year I'm like, really? Can I just have the money? You guys have background checked me so much that I feel like you could just give me the $20 and we'll call it even because you are my background. I've been working for you for the last 20 years, but corporations, they're silly. Hi from New York. I don't know what to say. Do I call you F1123? That's a weird designation. What's up, F? 1123 hanging. BT Dubs, what part of New York are you in? Are you anywhere near Murray's Cheese? Because if you are, we may need you to go there. Glenn, you're going over to Great American to get your Death Angel tickets for both days? Nice. You know what's so funny? Because I have already had the first of my friends say, are you going to the Death Angel shows? And I'm like, I'm planning to. I always plan to, but then something happens. Last year, I thought I wasn't going to make it because I was going to be out of town. And then it turned out I had my dates wrong. And I think I ended up moving my flight. And then by then it had sold out. So BT Dubs, if you all are thinking about going to see Death Angels at another Christmas show, get your tickets in advance. Pay the convenience fee. I worked at the Fillmore on Sunday when we have box office hours. And the security guys were like, people come all the way over here to buy tickets on a Sunday morning. And we're like, it costs you more to drive to San Francisco than it does to just pay the convenience fee. That's the whole reason it's a convenience fee. If you're already in San Francisco, I could see it. But if you're driving from Petaluma on a Sunday, you're already spending like 2-3 hours round trip in traffic. You're paying what, $11 to go over the Golden Gate Bridge? And then you're just picking up tickets without service charge? And I think we even have like a $2 service charge at the box office or something. So it's like, dude, if it's a general admission event, or even if it's not, like, just the service charge is not that bad most of the time. Unless you're buying like a $200 ticket, and then the service charge is pretty egregious. Those are like in the $20, $30 range. A 10-minute commute, Donald? Oh, we are all jealous of you. It takes me 10 minutes to get from my front door to my car. Literally, not my front door, but from here, when I walk out the door, when I go to leave the station, it takes me about 10 minutes just to get to my car because it's like down the street and around the corner in a garage. Oh, yeah, Sherry, it's a good thing that we didn't have phone cameras back then because we'd all be in a little bit of trouble. But you know what? Most of that stuff doesn't even show up on a background check. Most of the background checks are like, do you have a criminal past and what is your credit history? That's about all they're paying for. Most companies. Nobody's bothering to do, like, you know how they were like, watch out for your social media because companies are doing social media searches. No, they're not. Maybe if a company is like high-endy and they're hiring you for to pay you a shit ton of money, then yeah, okay, they're going to be doing the full background check. But if you're just, like me, I work for Live Nation at the clubs. If you're working for just random corporations doing a background check, they're literally just looking for your criminal past and your credit history. That's it. Yeah, I love yoga too, Sherry. And I think that the yoga is going to help me more than the treadmill for the time being. I'm trying to work both in. I want to do all three. I want to do yoga, treadmill, and strength training. I just don't have the time, At least with the treadmill, I can get kind of and it's not even an aerobic treadmill that I'm doing. I'm just walking. I'm getting walks in while I'm doing work. So Frank, oh, Frank, you're in Manhattan. You've got to go to Murray's Cheese. I think it's in the Village. I think it's in the West Village. Oh, Frank, do you like cheese? Because oh, I've got something for you. Yeah, Red, they background check me every year, and it's mostly because I drive rock stars. They're actually moving us away from driving rock stars. Ironically, they're trying to get all the rock stars to take Uber, but it's just to deflect the liability, because I mean, at one point, Ronnie James Dio could have died in the backseat of my car, or Maynard or Slash, or there's been a lot of rock stars in my car. And if I have an accident, that whether it's my fault or not, and I accidentally kill Slash, there's a liability there that they don't want to face. But then they also don't want to hire limos. So what they'll do is, for the A-list talent, they'll suggest that the A-list talent hire bonded limo service. And for D-list talent, they'll tell them to take Uber. You take BART, Glenn? Well, you're a city kid, though. Oh, you're coming out of Livermore? You're BARTing from Livermore to San Francisco just to buy your tickets? Well, at least get some Thai food while you're there. Hit up the strip club. There's some fun stuff in the neighborhood. Buy some crack. That's right there. You just got Deftone tickets for Golden One? I've never been to the Golden One Center for a long time. And I mean a long time. I thought the Golden One was I literally thought Golden One, sorry, I still have the runny nose. COVID every day of my life, I guess. I thought the Golden One was just that they renamed Arco. I thought it was Arco and that it was just a new sponsorship. But then I found out that they tore down Arco and built Golden One. And I was like, oh shit, what? 1123 would be a great cyborg name. Fuck yeah, it would. It's probably his birthday though. Hey, Philip. Seriously, Sherry, I got to be honest with you. Like, it's a combination of needing to decompress my spine and needing to like engage my core better and, you know, shit like that. But I actually shrank for the first time in my life. You know how as you get older, spinal compaction and bone loss and whatever the fuck, you can shrink. You can get physically shorter. And I was always like 5'7.5" ish. And now I'm like 5'6 3/4" or some shit like that. So I've lost like a solid ½ inch of height. And I'm like, God damn it. I am not going to get shorter. I refuse. So yeah, so I'm just reprioritizing, right? Yoga is going to be the first priority. And then the treadmill is not a priority per se. It's just that I have to do the social media and the emails every morning. So I do them on the treadmill. So the treadmill is kind of more an incidental. And then I'm going to have to like get more efficient at doing the treadmill with the emails so that I have like another ½ hour where I can do like some strength training stuff. Cause I'm starting to get flabby wings, the wings, you know. Aha, Andrea, you know it, Andrea. Yep, they're gonna background check you every year just to make sure that you're not a criminal. Oh, whoops, did I? Oh, huh. Hang on, I see a commercial that didn't air. How did that happen? Huh. Sorry, guys, I got to move some stuff around. I thought I moved it before I got here, but I mean, I did, but things have changed. A commercial didn't air, so that jockeyed things by about 30 seconds. Interesting. And I got to send an email about this spot that didn't air. See if I can move it and still have it run. Oh, wait, no, you know what? I think there's notes in here about that. Sorry, I was eating my yogurt parfait for breakfast a couple minutes ago. Oh, wait a second. That's tomorrow. I need today. Okay, I see. These are good. Oh, it's okay that it didn't air. They nixed it. Phew. What a relief. Okay. And then I need that to go there. Okay. What were we saying? Oh, background checks. Yeah, Andrea, they just want to make sure that, as you know, they want to make sure that you don't have like a criminal or credit history problem. Sorry. I did do my hair this morning. You can't tell. But I did, I promise. It's kind of all weird. Oh, you were supposed to see Jane's Addiction in St. Louis. I'm so sorry. I basically spent the whole I spent like the 3:00 hour talking to Steve Gorman about that. And yeah, we're all very disappointed. You know, Perry's gonna Perry, and the fans really suffer. I mean, I was really trying to figure out how to not go to the last day of Aftershock so that I could see them here, because I was like going to try and do a Vegas day, but I think the Vegas day was on a weekday and I don't have any vacation days to do stuff like that. So I was like trying to At any point, I was really wanting to see him too, because whenever you've got Jane's Addiction with Eric Avery back in the band, it's the best Jane's Addiction performance you're going to get that year. And with Avery and Navarro, it was shaping up to be a really good performance, but then implosion. And like we were saying yesterday, whatever it is that's going on with Perry, you just can't be an addict into this age of life without making adjustments, and he does not seem to be making those adjustments. What? Oh, do we have a new Twitch user? You guys. Oh, Mark, you meant Prunedale. Okay. Pruntucky. Brujeria on the playlist. Oh, I've already done the playlist, Alexander. I'm sorry. Have they said what's going on with Brujeria? I mean, I know dude died last year, but they just canceled their whole tour, and all they said was a medical emergency. So we're waiting for some kind of a update to find out what the medical emergency is with Brujeria, because I love that band. They're fucking great. Hey, Kevin. Thank you, Sherry. You were so sweet. What kind of wine are you drinking? Are you a white or a red? Do you like a popular blend, or are you into like an Albarreño or something exotic? I miss wine. I haven't had any lately. And by lately, I mean this week. Andrea, you're shrinking too? Yeah. Uh-huh. It's happening to all of us as we age and as life beats us down, and as we're not getting enough calcium. Ooh, which reminds me, I did not take my vitamins yet. Thanks for that reminder. We actually shrink. You were 5'2 3/4, and now you're 5'1. Wow. Yeah. That's about how much height I lost. Like, I didn't lose a whole inch, but I lost like a significant part of an inch. Assassin 408. Is that like an Assassin's Creed 408? Or, hey, Chew, you're usually the first person in. I'm surprised to see you checking in this late, brother. Oh, let's see. Journey. We don't have any new Journey news now. Journey just calmed down, didn't they? Don't you love how internet web browsers are always like, give us more information about you so that we can tell you what you're asking? And I'm like, just give me what I'm asking. Oh, Jesus. Journey band. Yeah, there's nothing new with Journey. You're my height. What do you mean you can't afford to lose any height? I'm not short. Oh no, that's what happened, Paul? Ah, shit. Oh, so that was the medical emergency. Hey, Eric. Sorry, we're just getting sad news. Well, then that answers the Brujeria question. Fuck. I was really hoping it would not be that. It's like Assassin's Creed. Nice. You like Mateus? Okay. I'm trying to remember people's names, but as Manuel will tell you, it's very helpful if when you comment in the first time that you remind me what your name is, and then I can repeat it so that I don't forget it. It's the Bay Area's own Journey on the Rock of the Bay. I'm Nikki Blakk, and Faithful, what are you doing on Sunday? You're watching your San Francisco 49ers. Whoops. I can't say watching because You have to listen with us. It's the Bay Area's own journey on the Rock of the Bay. I'm Nikki Blakk, and faithfully, we will be with your San Francisco 49ers this Sunday. They're going to be in Los Angeles, so we won't be there physically, but we will be there in bone-crushing stereo. You can hear the San Francisco 49ers take on the Los Angeles Rams. Pre-game is at 12:25. Kickoff is at 1:25. And as always, every game, every play in bone-crushing stereo. Ooh, we were cutting that one a little too close for the system. I got to listen to that. Hold on. See if it goes sideways. I also got to take these vitamins. Do I sing? Badly. All right. It's not too bad. But it did do that thing where it waits until the song completely ends before it starts to play my voice. But what I do now is I like start talking as soon as I hit record instead of listening to the song for a minute so that it doesn't sound as bad as it would. All right. Vitamins. Whoop. I missed one. Shit. Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. Nope, that wasn't it. Ah! Oh. Well, now I'm afraid I'm going to step on it. Not a vitamin. That was a sunflower seed. Welcome to my hell. I'm about to give up. Oh, there it is. All right. I don't want Lamont to come in and find it and be like, why is Nikki leaving shit all over the floor? Hey, Justine. Look, I took the nail polish off. Oh, yeah. I'm sorry, Paul. That is brutal. Mike, you're listening to the game on the Bone app while you're at work. Nice. I found out that sorry, I just realized that after I ate my yogurt, my lipstick was all fucked up. I found out that we are geo-gated. So if you're listening, like if you're trying to listen to the game in Kentucky, you're not going to be able to pick it up online. There's like some whole other, like, I think it's just commercials. I was just asking our digital team this the other day. I was like, wait a minute. If we're geo restricted to only broadcasting the game within 100 miles online of the stadium, what happens if I log into the app and I'm in Los Angeles? What do I hear? And she was like, I don't know. So we were like, oh, okay. So I guess until somebody complains, we're just going to be like, meh. But then even if somebody does complain, it's not like we can do anything about it, right? All right, let's see. Sorry. The last vitamin is always this sublingual. So it's got to sit there for a minute. So Lamb of God and Slayer are playing Riot Fest at the same time Rob Zombie's on stage. You feel sorry for Rob Zombie? Don't feel sorry for Rob Zombie. He's rich. And I guarantee you he does not give a fuck. Oh, that's the boss. One moment, please. I think, yeah, I wouldn't want to play opposite of Slayer either, but you know what? I think Rob Zombie's actually a pretty good choice opposite of Slayer. Plus, he's been touring like crazy, so he's probably already played the market. Eric, I don't think anybody was talking about shrinkage. Did I miss something? Oh, because we're all shrinking. We're all getting shorter. Yeah, it's got nothing to do with cold. Oh, I had a feeling it was going to do this. Okay, sorry. Boss thing. If I turn that sound off, you guys can still hear me right now, right? I just need my notifications to stop making noise. Oh, thanks, Justine. I always had pretty good nails. That's except I was coloring my hair and I got a little bit of hair dye underneath. So there's like a permanent black underneath my nails because I was like washing it anyway. I always had pretty solid nails, so that's the other reason I never really got manicures until recently. But once I hit a certain age, you know, my body just started jettisoning all of its health and vitality. So I was like, oh, well, now my nails break. Shit, I guess I better start getting manicures. Gwar is right before Rob Zombie. Oh, you're gonna have to run back and forth, man. Did I ever tell you about the time I got fed to the maggot? Are you on YouTube? Oh, you are. Yeah, that video is on my YouTube page, man. You can watch me get fed to the maggot at Gwar a few years back. It's fucking awesome. Oh, I know what we're doing here. "107.7 The Bone" and Survivor with Eye of the Tiger. I'm Nikki Blakk, and you know, there are some Halloween costume ideas right there. Who goes as Rocky for Halloween anymore, right? Or boxers just in general. That's got to be a pretty easy one. Shorts, gloves, boots, done. But, you know, you kind of want to have that boxer bod to pull that off, right? I'm Nikki Blakk, trying to figure out what the hell I'm going to wear to Huey Ween because we are having a Bone Rock Night Out party Saturday, October 26th at Vinny's Bar and Grill in my bone hometown of Concord. We've got Babylon AD and we've got the tribute band Whitesnake, that's Whitesnake with a Y, performing. Doors are going to be at 7:30. It is 21 or over, but if you need any of the information, we got it for you every time at 1077thebone.com. Oh, that's not going to stay there, is it? Nope. All right. I feel like I have a lot of old songs today. Like so much 60s, 70s. Hardly any 90s. Oh, whoops. Oh. Forgot I was waiting for Chastity to text me back. Oh yeah, thanks, Paul. No, we were wondering actually. Somebody mentioned playing Brujeria on the Metal Zone this weekend, and I was like, oh, I've already programmed the Metal Zone this weekend. But speaking of Brujeria, I saw that they had a medical emergency yesterday, and I was waiting to find out what that was, and that is apparently what that was. So the iHeart app doesn't. iHeart's a different corporation, so we're owned by Cumulus, and KMBR and 107.7 The Bone are the flagship stations for the 49ers. So I believe if it's not our signal, then it can't be an English broadcasting. You don't get to broadcast it unless you've got the out of market rights. There might be some stations or like ESPN or somebody that has the rights to broadcast outside of our area, but in the Bay Area, in the 9 Bay Area counties, we are the sole FM station allowed. Well, us and KMBR are the sole stations allowed to broadcast the games, the 49er games. But if the 49ers are playing against someone, and that someone, say the Philadelphia Eagles, there's going to be a Philly station that's the Philly station, and they're going to be able to broadcast the games when Philly plays against the 49ers. They might be on iHeart. Sometimes iHeart app will to get you to go to their app, they will access other stations for you, but we prefer you just download the Bone app and listen directly, because fuck iHeart. That's Clear Channel. They had to change their name because they were like the worst corporation in radio. Not that Cumulus is a stellar radio corporation. None of them are really. Or at least I shouldn't say none of them are, because there are radio corporations out there that I've not worked for and don't know anything about. But of the radio corporations that still exist, iHeart / Clear Channel and Cumulus are the two big ones. Eric, you listened from Kentucky via iHeart app. You could just download the Bone app and listen. Or both. Do you, bro. Justine, you are super into Sabbath now? And red lipstick? Oh, look at you. Jug, you love STP. All right. Hey, Ray. I'm good. I'm good. Still fighting a bit of a headache. Eat more Jell-O. What? Eric, what are you talking about? iHeart is on your shit list at the moment. iHeart is on a lot of shit lists, and deservedly so. Maybe we'll have Indian summer late this year. Well, in the Bay Area, it's always Indian summer, pretty much. Evil, you're going to go to Guar, Lamb of God, Slayer stage on Sunday. Yeah, it's going to be awesome. We have Aftershock, which is a Danny Wimmer presents. I think Riot Fest, didn't Danny Wimmer just buy Riot Fest in Chicago? I would like to go to that someday, actually. I'm curious. You're right, Jason. Why would you want to listen to subpar announcers? You listen to the iHeart app just for morning sports talk? Well, I mean, like I said, you do you, bro. You have the Bone app as well. Got to have a backup or a first choice. Just saying. Oh, right. I'm sorry, Red. I totally spaced on that. Yeah, we typically have hot Halloween. It's oh my God. Lisa, what is up? Oh my, I'm so flattered that you dropped in. True story. Justine, what was that named for what happens after an earthquake? Aftershocks? Are you talking about the festival, the Aftershock Festival? Yeah. Or are you talking about earthquake weather, which really isn't earthquake weather? We call it that because it doesn't happen very often, like earthquakes. Morning sports talk instead of L&T. I know, right? Who would do that, Jason? That's just crazy talk. I mean, What? How much time do I have? Okay. Oh, shit. What? Hold on a second. I got to do a thing. Oh, phew. Okay. For a second there, I thought it was. Anyway. For a second, I thought I was accidentally locked out. Hey, Lisa, do you want to plug any of your platforms on my live stream while we're here? Like the badass books? Feel free. You can have either Arctic or hot Halloween. Yeah, I mean, for us, Halloween is usually warm or nice. Occasionally there's rain, but it's pretty rare. I could probably, I think it's snowed in my lifetime as many times as it's rained on Halloween. Hey, Skylar, Lubbock, Texas. Dang. What part of Texas is Lubbock? Is that near the Panhandle? I genuinely don't know. I drove through Texas once. It took me like 15 hours. And yeah, that was it. That's the experience I've had in Texas. Where was I during Loma Prieta? I was at home. I was hanging out in my room with a couple of friends from high school. And like me and my friend Mike were sitting on opposite ends of my bed, and his brother Paul was sitting on the floor, and we were just sitting around chatting. And I think my brother was in the living room watching the game. My mom was in the kitchen. And all of a sudden, Paul goes, "Is it just me or is the earth moving?" And I look at him and I go, "It's just you." And then all of a sudden it was like, I was like, guess it wasn't just you. Whoops-a-daisy. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I would hope that you wouldn't get dick pics, Lisa. Everyone, no dick pics. Dick pics are bullshit. But yeah, I would love to plug your book. When does volume 3 come out? Mike, you listen to The Bone starting at 6 a.m.? Wow. I do not get up at 6 a.m. It is in the Panhandle. West Texas, super flat. What? Look at me pretending to know shit. Shasta would probably know better than I would because she grew up in Oklahoma, and I believe she did grow up on the Panhandle end of Oklahoma, but don't hold me to that. Dave Couch, what the shit? Where are you now, dude? I know you are not in the Bay. And I forget because whenever I see you pop up on Facebook, it's always like a show that I've already seen from a tour that already came through here. And it's confusing to me. Jason, you were on a football field and the field moved left and right instead of the waves. Oh, because earthquake. Yeah. You're in Colorado now. Oh, wow. I might actually go to Colorado. I thought you were like in Nebraska or one of those states that I would never go to. Hey, Dan, you've missed so much. Juan Bruno from Brujeria has passed away, and we are all very sad about it. Also, I was in my room on Loma Prieta. Actually, you didn't miss much at all, now that I think about it. Home of Buddy Holly. Yeah, I'll bet you Buddy Holly got out of town as soon as he could, too. Well, that's awesome, Dave. I'm glad you're in Colorado. Are you near Denver or are you like in Vail? If you're in Vail, do not stalk James Hetfield. That would be rude. Yeah. Yeah. You know, it was sad because like, here's the thing, like somebody was like requesting Brujeria for the Metal Zone this weekend. And I was like, oh, I remember yesterday Brujeria said they had an announcement. They were canceling the tour. There was a medical emergency and I was waiting to find out. And then somebody else tapped in and said that that's what happened, is that Juan Bruno passed away. And I'm like, fuck. South Denver. Okay. Here it is, Lisa. Buy Lisa's books about badass bitches. There are chapters on Wendy O. Williams, Tina Turner, Anna Nancy Wilson. They are rad. Volume 1. Oh, she's got links there. So if you can see Lisa's links in the comments, I think she's rad. And those books make excellent gifts, especially if there are nieces or daughters or sisters or aunties or people you need to buy for that would especially appreciate Historically badass bitches. Hey, Mark. Yeah, super bummed. Volume 3 is in process. Excellent. I am so happy for you. I also hope you get here on tour, on book tour. Wasn't there a show you were going to come up here to try and see? Oh, and Dave, I was at Red Rocks when I was on tour in 2022 with Jackson Brown. I wish I'd known. I would have hollered at you. Although I think we pretty much rolled in and went from the hotel to Red Rocks. And then the next morning we flew home and it was a nightmare. God, your airport is the worst. I mean, I think the Denver airport is worse than O'Hare. Like, that's how bad the Denver airport was. Definitely next time for sure. Yeah, Lisa, I would love to have you up here. Holla if you're coming. I want to go see your book reading. I got to do a thing. Oh, what? Wait a second. You know what I'm just going to do here is this. Yeah. Huh. Okay. I mean, if you're in Portland, you're practically here. What is it, like a $40 flight? I will know when you are in town. I love all of this. I do. You saw the Steve Miller Band at Red Rocks back in 93, 94? Wow. That's when the Rocks were new. So long ago. Let's see. No, that doesn't make any sense. Oh, here we go. "1077 The Bone" in Boston. I'm Nikki Blakk, and if you are looking to get in the mood for spooky season and it's not Huey-ween yet, which you can get all the details on our Halloween party at 1077thebone.com, you can still get in the mood because A24 is going to bring a bunch of old horror movies, and by old, I mean in the last 10 years old, horror movies back into the theaters beginning October 22nd. So check your local listings. It looks like it's mostly going to be Regal Cinemas. But if you want to see a lot more horror movies than you usually get, even if you've already seen them, you're going to be able to, throw popcorn at people. Do not tell anyone that Nikki Blakk said it was okay to throw popcorn. I did not say that. Okay. I think you're rad. I do. I wish I could tell people to follow Vagina Devil Magic still, because that would be awesome. And also, your page is hilarious. And stupid Zuckerberg being afraid of vaginas. Somebody called me, oh my God, you guys. Somebody called me a skanky cunt in DMs on Facebook this week. And I was just like, loser. And I'm all, really? Like, come on, man. Come on. And people are just out there being shitty. Yeah. You know what's crazy is that I actually know a handful of people who are not eagerly waiting for their dogs to die, but have like a 5-year plan. And part of that 5-year plan is like, we're not going anywhere until after the dogs have died. And it's crazy. Yeah. Hi, Lori. Yeah. Yeah, it's I don't know, some rando, some dude named Jason something. Oh, thanks, Justine. Yeah, no, I didn't take it to heart. I know it's not true. You know, it's just oh yeah, Shireen, it for real happened. People just, especially dudes, there's a lot of insecure motherfuckers out there, and they just for some reason need to do that. You know, it was like he was posting all this crazy stuff all over my page, and then I had posted oh, it was Tuesday when I couldn't get out of bed, right? And I posted something like not today, Tuesday, not today, and I went back to bed. And there's you can see I think I can show it to you actually. I swear I cannot open Instagram without it blasting something at me. Okay. Can I just plug another friend of mine? If y'all are not following Frankie Quinones, he is hilarious. Frankie was on my show about 12 years ago, and I still have the audio. I messaged him a while back and was like, "Brah, I still got that audio, you know." I'm super happy to see him doing well. He had a TV show on Hulu called This Fool. And it's a great show, and it got canceled after like 2 seasons. But if you haven't had a chance to watch it, it's hilarious. And it also stars Michael Imperioli from The Sopranos. And he was getting all these parts, like he was on fucking What We Do in the Shadows, which I also love. So I'm not too worried. I don't think his career got derailed. And honestly, I'm just still super happy because he was coming into my show when he was like the opening comedian at the Punchline. So yay. Frankie Quinones. Everybody follow him. He's fucking on. Oh, there he is right there. It's that guy, Jason Surfin. That's the one who called me a skanky cunt. There you go, guys. He's right there in the Facebooks. So there you are, Jason. Feel free to explain to people why you felt the need to call me a skanky cunt in DMs. Because I'm sure everybody here would like to know. I hear you, Lisa. You know, it's a mixed blessing, right? I mean, I miss my pup every day. My pug Susie passed away in 2017. But also, I do not want more pets because A, I'm dead inside, and B, I do not have that time to devote, and I'm traveling too much. Oh, thanks, Red. Well, you're on YouTube, so you can't see him, but he's on Facebook Live right now. So there you go. Yeah, right. And you know what's funny is I thought he called me a fucking skank, and then I forgot about it, and then I went back and saw it, and it was like, no, it was skanky cunt, and I was like, oh wow, okay. Let me see. I think I screenshotted it. Derp, derp, derp. There you go. Oh, no, wait. That's not the one. That's a different screenshot. Look at me screenshotting shit. Don't ask me why I've got the A-Team theme song in my head, but I do. Derp, 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 derp. There it is. There it is. Right there. Thanks, Jacob. You know what I have learned? I have learned that after having actual genuine stalkers and threats, that it's better to handle them internally, because if I were to file a police report, that would become public record. And then I would be then giving my stalker more information about me than they already had. So yeah, I Nobody's ever gotten that close that I've had to call in a favor, but if I had to call in a favor, I have people who will take care of things for me. Thanks, Eric. I love Frankie too. Isn't he great? I mean, and he's such a nice guy too. Like, super nice. Oh, Jason. First off, it's YOU''RE. Secondly, even if I was rude, which I was not, there's still no excuse to call me a skanky cunt. That level of rhetoric is extra. Like, I would have to have insulted your mother rude to warrant that level of rhetoric. Is that really what you think? You think it's justified because you think that I was somehow rude to you? BT Dubs, if you looked at what I had there, right? What you called rude was a bounce back. And if you'd read it, you'd know that it says, this is an automated reply. I am not here. So it wasn't even me. Yeah. Yeah. See? There you go. Thanks, Justine. You do you. Right, Lori? I know, Red. I feel you. It's true, Eric. I don't know if he's a troll or if he's just a disturbed person who needs to attention or whatever. I might not be on the show, but I was to you. The posts you put up are friendly and I attacked you? I attacked you? I literally said, why are you spamming me? Because you were posting like 8 or 10 comments in one post. So I don't know if I'd call that friendly. I'd call that worrisome. And I wasn't rude. I simply asked you a question and you said I was a skanky cunt. So that escalated quickly. Jason, it might be something like that. I think it's more of a cognitive issue. I don't want to check out your page, Jason. I don't want to check out your page. I don't want to check out you. I'm not allowing you to use my page as your platform for whatever your music theory is. You, by the way, never asked if you could use my page as a platform to spew music theory in dozens of comments in multiple places. So who was rude here? Huh? Yeah, Justine. Her name was Susie Sue. I named her after Susie and the Banshees. And were you not here when I showed pictures? Because, girl, I will break out the pug photos at the drop of a hat because I do miss my little muffin like crazy. Plus, my iPhone will just automatically like select pet photos. Ah, she's adorable. Her is a puppy. Cutest puppy ever. Oh, that was her grandpa. Oh, that's her again, though. This is us judging the. Does it go back? Oh, well, whatever. Apparently. Oh, that was. Oh, well, let me explain things. So this is me DJing at the Fillmore and having her with me while I was DJing at the Fillmore. That's my girl. Hang on, I got to do a thing for the boss. Tomorrow is the 19th. All right. I have to make sure that the commercials and the music end up together for tomorrow. It's one of those things that's really not a big deal. unless it doesn't happen. And then it's a really big deal. But it looks like it has happened. But it has looked like it's happened before, and then it has actually not happened. So let me just make absolutely sure it happens. All right, there it is tomorrow. And I see commercials. We are good. Okay, now I just need to print. And excellent. All right, now where were we here? Timing's a bit off now. Oh, look at this. Jason doing is in denial. That's because you're rude. How was I rude? You did spam my page. Yes, blowing up my page and spamming my page are the same thing. When you place your personal information that has nothing to do with my page or the topic of conversation or anything that is remotely my page related, that's spam. And you put it all over the place. So blowing up my page and spamming my page are the same thing. I accurately asked you a legitimate question and you called me a skanky cunt. Swanky cunt does sound like an IPA, Eric. It also swanky cunt sounds kind of classy. I should start a punk band and call it Swanky Cunts. Oh God, Lisa, right? Jason, have you considered not being like this? Have you considered asking people before you put your information on their pages? Have you considered that when people ask you why you've put that information on their pages or ask you not to, have you considered just accepting their wishes because you are on their page as opposed to posting on your own page, which I have no objection to? You can post your own stuff on your own page in your comments all day long. But when you bring it to my page, you play by my rules. And that doesn't make me rude. That makes me the homeowner. That makes you the guest. I will extend my guest hospitality to you. However, you do need to behave. And if you don't, I will moderate you right the fuck out. Of course you encourage my fans to go read what you put on my post because it's your spammy information that you wanted to share with the world. You know what though, Jason? They can't go read it because I hid everything because you didn't ask permission to spam my page and I don't grant permission for you to spam my page. So now no one can see what you've said. Right, Mike? I mean, the cognitive dissonance is so strong here. I didn't say you were a stalker, Jason. I said based on my experience with actual stalkers. You're just a dude on the internet. Yeah, Jason, nobody's filing a police report about you. Stop. You know, you really seem to have a problem understanding that there are other people in the world that aren't you. So, you're saying I'm rude. Yeah. You know what, Jason, you can say I'm rude all you want. You can also go fuck yourself. You can go back to your page and do you. Oh, thanks, Dan. I'm not too worried about it, you know. I mean, clearly Jason thinks I was very rude. I mean, okay, brother. Hang on a second. I need to figure something out here. Oh. I'm going to leave that there actually and just, no, go back. And then that can go there. I got to do a commercial, guys. Feel free to tell Jason how rude I usually am and why none of you can stand me because I'm so rude. I'll be back. Hey, what'd I miss? Is Jason trying to tell me that I was rude and that because I was rude, it totally justifies him calling me a skanky cunt? Shocker. Let's see. Yeah. Well, again, ladies and gentlemen, here is the example of something that is entirely too common in the internet. People who have a sense of entitlement. Right, Lisa? Oh my God, it's an auto reply, and you're like having a whole argument with it. Like, it literally tells you it's an auto reply. So if you're still arguing with it, like, what does that say about your intellect? But of course, I should totally listen to your ideas on music theory, despite the fact that you couldn't figure out you were arguing with an auto reply that identified itself immediately. Yeah, Red, all of that. Oh, look, Jason says he explained what he was doing and he was just having fun, and I am in the wrong. I got news for you, Jason. I can't be in the wrong because it's my fucking page, and what I say goes. Ergo, I'm always right. And again, you never asked. You just came in and started spamming my comments with your weird shit. So you're the one who couldn't keep his weird shit to himself. That doesn't make me a skanky cunt. That makes you an entitled piece of shit who can't keep his spammy comments to himself and somehow thinks it's my fault. And now needs to blame me because you couldn't keep your spammy shit to yourself. Thanks, Justine. I don't block anybody, actually. I think it's better to make an example of people because I'll be honest, there's a lot of people out there. You guys tell me, did you have any idea that somebody like this not only exists, but is common? People like this happen all the time. I mean, they are constantly harassing women across the internet, bullying them, making them like calling them names. And if it was somebody who was like a little less confident than myself, they might take it seriously, you know? I mean, imagine if you were somebody less assured and this fucking nut job just started spamming shit all over your page and then slid into your DMs and then called you a skanky cunt and then said it was all your fucking fault because you were rude to him when he's fucking tracked mud all over your house, you know? So I feel like it almost is cathartic to make an example so that everybody can see that not only do these people exist, they're common and they actually think they're right. You remember the pug pictures yesterday, Red, right? Yeah. She was the cutest pug ever. Oh, Jason, listen, the definition of spam is putting posts all over the place. Okay, so when you say I didn't spam, I posted all over the place, you were saying I spammed. My followers can go investigate for themselves. No, they can't because your comments are hidden. No one can see them because I don't appreciate people spamming my page. And rather than fight with you about it and be called a skanky cunt for my trouble, I just hide your comments so that no one sees them, so that you're a tree falling in the woods. Or in this case, a dick for brains calling me a skanky cunt in the woods where nobody can hear you. So, yeah. Clearly everyone else has listened when I told them I hid your comments on my page except for you. You had a dog named Murphy Brown, if anyone knows. Oh, of course, Dan. I remember Murphy Brown. You know what fell flat though? The Murphy Brown reboot. Yeah, I think it was partly timing and partly writing. I loved that they got the original cast back, but then I feel like a lot of I don't know, it felt a little social justicey for me, which it always was to begin with, but this time it seemed like they were trying too hard. Right, Lisa? Wasn't she the cutest little smushy face pug ever? Oh, what's that? You want to see more? Okay. Oh, sorry, I missed this. My bestie is also my contractor and he's working on my mom's house right now. And holy shit, he just gutted her kitchen and living room. Oh, wow. Wow. Wow, dude, that looks amazing. Exclamation point. Oh, Lord. Uh, I was also sending out this photo to a friend of mine who's in the background of the photo. On this day in like 20, I don't know, gosh, 2011, 2010, something like that. Ace Frehley came into the studio to be interviewed by Steven Seaweed, and Steven and I were on right next to each other, so I came in a little bit early and saw Ace Frehley. I wish I had a better photo, sadly. I do have a better photo with Ace eventually, but that was the first time I met him, and I was like, oh my God, it's Ace fucking Frehley, holy shit. Ah. And then I ended up working with him again later on at this other event, so I got a better picture, but that was like my first one, and I was like, ah. Oh, I know, right, Marlon? Like, dude, get over it. Just go post your shit on your own page. I don't fucking care. Okay, hold on, Red. I do not remember that the guy Jim did Trojan condom commercials. On Murphy Brown? Jim from Murphy Brown did Trojan condom commercials? I mean, okay. It's not that I don't believe you. I just can't picture it. I mean, come on, dude. So she used to come to work with me all the time. So that's us in the studio. And she would just sit on my lap while I was doing radio. What were the problems? Question mark. And let's see. Whoop. Wrong app. More pug. Oh. This was her as a puppy. Dude. I got her at 4 months old and she was a bullet everywhere she went. Fucking adorable. I absolutely loved it. Hi, Yvonne. Hey, Jason. Was I nice to you at Bone Bash? I hope so. I'm a pretty nice person. Anytime someone tells me I'm an asshole, it's because they were the asshole first. Because you'll notice I can be a really big asshole if you're the asshole first. But if you're not, why would I be, right? I know. Logic red, it's confusing for some people. Oh, that tracks. Oh, whoops. Okay. Holy Diver or Stairway to Heaven? Tough call, huh? Oh, that needs to change. Hold on. Sorry, guys. Timing is all out. Intrusive, right, Yvonne? Oh, Eric, you're right. I know. Sometimes I go a little overboard. But I think he's tapped out, so we're fine. I think he gave up. And you know what? He should give up because he's wrong. Sad face. New topic, yoga pants and muffin tops. Oh, Eric, how dare you? I do not have muffin top. Yeah, Lori, I think there's some truth to that. There's something up there that's disconnected. Oh, I don't need to send him packing, Jason. I need him to make the decision to go packing. Yeah, absolutely. Because I do give everybody the opportunity to be their own asshole. Because you know why? Because if I start like banning people or blocking people, then when I come out with my personal political beliefs and the other side accuses me of like blocking people who disagree with me, I can say genuinely, I have not blocked anyone ever for anything. Like for someone to get blocked, you have got to you've absolutely got to harass the shit out of not just me, but also people on my page. And then I will block you. But I can't remember the last time I blocked someone. It's been years. So I like to be able to say that because that's the first line of attack whenever I put an opinion out that's not popular. They're like, oh, you just block everyone who disagrees with you and you just can't handle when people disagree with you. And I'm like, oh no, I can 100% handle when you disagree with me. And here's why. So, you know, that's why like dudes like that dude can just, you know, whatever. 8 a.m. yoga, PJ? No. But I did get up and do yoga and it was still the 8 o'clock hour. So I'm calling it a win. So I have done yoga every morning this week and it's been attempted at 8 o'clock and I'm getting a little closer to it, but I still got a long way to go. Oh, thanks, Yvonne. That's so sweet of you. Swanky rudeness. I know, right? Oh, thanks, Yvonne. You're so sweet. Yeah, I think he got the message and crawled back in a hole. Or he's on my page right now, just spamming it. Who knows? Oh yeah, PJ will tell you I'm fucking rude. Like I do not suffer fools lightly. If you're being a dipshit, I will tell you you're being a dipshit. Like, why wouldn't I? He might be in a home, Lori. I don't know. I don't know anything about him. He literally came out of nowhere, dropped a bunch of comments on my page, and I said, "Why are you spamming me?" And he said some shit about like, "Oh, I'm," and then it was like some more weird comments. And then next thing I know, skanky cunt was in my DMs, and I'm just like, "What the fuck? Go fuck yourself, buddy. You don't get to do that." Yeah, Justine, it was literally an out of office response, but it's a forever out of office because I am forever not getting DMs, period. And this is why, because dipshits like that. Cranial rectus. Marlon, you're not wrong. Do you get that stuff on gaming? Really, Red? Wow. Gaming is scary. I mean, I followed Gamergate. It was a little bit sketch. Oh, hang on a second. We got to do some things here. We're going to do Led Zeppelin and Dio. So you're welcome. Okay. "1077 The Bone" and Van Halen with those hot summer nights we don't have too much of anymore. Sammy Hagar is going to be here on Saturday night, kicking off our new Saturday night lineup with Sammy's Top Rock Countdown, which is 2 hours of whatever the hell Sammy feels like. And he sort of counts it down. The best part, though, is the stories he tells. I swear his phone must blow up every Sunday morning with, "Dude, did you really say that?" Of course, after that, we've got Bone Breakers, our new music program with Chasta and Baby Huey. Then Soundwaves FM, our local band show hosted by Dennis Willis. And we wrap up the night with yours truly and the Bone Metal Zone. All right. Every time I open Instagram, it's all so. Oh, don't be ashamed, Dan. Just be an advocate. Everyone that can be an advocate for, people to be nicer to other people and for dudes to not have this entitlement for what they think that we owe them. I mean, here's the thing, right? Dudes think women owe them polite behavior. Apparently, I owed him some level of customer service in his eyes. And clearly, I don't know him fucking shit, much less whatever it is he thought he was entitled to do on my page. And I would like to normalize that no longer being a thing, So if we could spread the word, super cool. Did you guys get to see this today? It's my memories from the Guitar Player Superstar contest. I was the host, and it was just me. It's just me by myself in a fucking limo with George Lynch from Dokken, Gary Hoey, Elliot Easton from The Cars, and Reeves Gabrels from David Bowie and The Cure. And I was just hanging out with these guys like all night long. It was crazy. It was like a 2-day thing too. Like we had a dinner the night before, and then they put us up in a hotel. And then the next day we all took the limo over to the theater and had the event, and we're all just like hanging out backstage in the green room together. Like I was one of the guys, and I'm like, how is this happening? Look at the look on my face. I'm all trying not to blow it. That was 2010. Yeah, Jacob. He's living in a different world where men think women owe them something when we don't owe them shit. He's clearly one of those people that fears a strong, independent woman. Jimmy, welcome back. PJ, Jimmy's here. Where's PJ? Getting all excited that you're here. Did we lose PJ? I'm super bummed. But I love that you're coming by, Jimmy. That's awesome. Is he a nice guy despite what the media says? Is who a nice guy, Justine? Which one? I can tell you everyone in that was a nice guy. Everyone from sorry. He's sending me pictures of like my mom's plumbing. Yeah, everyone in this limo was awesome, right? George Lynch likes to think he's the Simon Cowell of the group, you know, so he's the most critical of the guitar players, but he's really a nice guy. And obviously a brilliant guitar player. You know, that's the thing, right? Every one of them is a brilliant guitar player. Elliot Easton likes to also think he's a Simon Cowell, so he can sometimes be a little gruff with the contestants, but again, super sweet. And Reeves, oh my God, I had to practice all night because I just had like this speech impediment. I couldn't say Gabriel's. I kept saying Gabriel's. And he's like, no, love, it's Gabriel's. It's Gabriel. And I was like, Gabriel. Now I will never, ever say it wrong. But can you imagine like standing there in front of the dude who's the fucking man and playing guitar with David Bowie, and you can't fucking pronounce his name right. And he's there teaching you how to say his fucking name. And your mouth just won't make the words right. And you're like, oh my God, I'm going to fucking die. But then it all worked out and I did it right. So, and he was very supportive, as all of them were. So if that's who you were talking about, Justine, let me know. If not, I'll tell you if somebody's nice or not. Most of them are. I don't know Dennis Leary, Dan. Don't worry, Justine. You don't have to make up your mind. I'm going to play both. Stairway's going first. It's okay, Red. I don't think you're trying to gaslight me. It is far worse for women. Yeah, I think we all know that. And there's a lot of women out there who've just been psychologically abused their whole lives by the patriarchy, you know? Imagine if I grew up in like a Christian church in Tennessee, in Knoxville, Tennessee, you know? I'd probably be bearing a child I didn't want right now. You know? My fifth. Exactly, Justine. It doesn't matter though, right? Because he doesn't need to interpret what I've said. I'm just here to provide for him. And that's the entitlement I'm talking about. And it happens a lot. PJ, you got blocked? How did you get blocked? Oh, I don't know how that happened, but that was weird. And I told you that was weird at the time, right? Because I don't block anyone. I mean, does anybody remember the Pat Sterrett years? My friend Pat was like a fucking asshole on my page daily, sometimes hourly. And I didn't block him. Eventually he gave up. But also I think it was good for people to see Pat and see that, you know, Pat used to be a fucking deadhead, basically. You know, he's somebody I used to work with at the Fillmore, and he went far right and moved to Arizona and decided he was an expert in far right politics and that he was going to school me on the daily about it. And I just had to not let that happen. And I had to constantly be fact checking everything that he said while also telling him he was an asshole. And in the end, I don't know if the noise is worth the effort, but I like to think that there are people lurking on my page who are reading comments. And if they see something from someone like Pat, they A, realize those people are out there and voting, and B, can see me providing the sources to dispute what they're saying and make up their own minds. You know what, Jimmy? We were saying swanky cunt actually makes the better band name, right? Skanky cunt, like who says skanky anymore, really? That's so 2000 and late. Yeah, Jason, there's a reason I don't do customer service anymore, and that's it. It's because I no longer filter my thoughts. I mean, I do to a degree, but let me tell you, not as much. Do I have any Tesla coming up? I don't think so, but I'll check. Tambry, hey! Good to see you. Namaste indeed, right? Yeah, he's off, Lori. I don't know what his thing is, but a lot of people are off and they still manage to not be calling me a skanky cunt. I'm not letting him off that easy. Yeah, Marlon. My attitude is a reflection of your actions. It's true. It's very much true. Jesus. Apparently my mom's plumbing was like all fucked up. Does everything else look like it's going to work out? Question mark. My mom just landed in Dublin today. So she's vacationing in Dublin while her kitchen and living room are getting gutted. She's going to come home to a whole new kitchen and it's going to be nuts. Hey, Eric. Swanky punt. The cars are awesome, dude. Elliot Easton is an underrated guitarist, and it's a shame that the principal vocalist and songwriter passed away from the Cars because they would still be going strong if they hadn't. I think they would have gotten back together. I mean, I saw them. I'm really lucky I got to see them. I think it was after Ben Shepherd died, but still with Rick Ocasek at the Fox Theater in Oakland. And that was the only time I'd ever seen the Cars, but I'm so glad I got to see them. Right, Eric? Amen to kindness. I think I'm behind on comments. I'm going to try and skip up to catching up. Oh, there's PJ. Oh, yeah, Justin, the dark-haired Steve Perry looking guy was George Lynch, who at the time was not a gray-haired gentleman, but he now is a distinguished silver fox. The liquor pimp, Jesus. You don't have any pictures of yourself on an Instagram account, Dan? Well, how do people know if it's you? You had an issue with Gary Hoey, Jimmy? I'm surprised. Gary's such a darling. In fact, he was the first person to comment on that post. I tagged all the guys in it, and Gary was like the guy who, I mean, he was like not just the first famous person to comment on the post. He was like the first person to comment on the post and was like, "Good times. I hope you're well." I mean, wow. Gary's always been such a darling. I'm surprised. That must have been like I feel like that might be the exception, not the rule, I hope. I really hope. Fuck yeah, Reeves and Lynch are badasses. Like they're all just like all those guys are fucking amazing, And that was my second one that I hosted. The first one had Brendan Small from Death Clock and Andy Sumner from The Police. along with Elliot and George and oh God, I might be forgetting someone. I'll have to look that up. Hey, Eddie. Happy hump day to you as well. It's Wednesday. I can't get into that whole hump day thing, especially since I have to work on Saturday. Yeah. Oh, the asshole song from Dennis Leary. Yeah, Dan, sorry. Your comment was a little bit out of context for me to remember that. Yes. Asshole. I like the part where he yodels at the end. Do I owe you an apology for blocking you, PJ? Go fuck yourself. I mean, sorry. You can go fuck yourself. Should I have a talk show, Jacob? Oh, that's exhausting. You're right, PJ. You remember the Pat years. That shit was exhausting too. I don't have time for that level. That's why I don't post politics anymore, because every time I do, it needs time to be moderated because there's so much disinformation out there and I refuse to let it stand. And I have to have the actual hours to invest in a single post about anything political because of the disinformation that comes at you. Is the Phil Lynott statue in Dublin? I'd be surprised if my mom knows who Phil Lynott is. Lynott, Lynott. I've heard both. My cousin is taking her around, and I don't think my cousin knows who Phil is either. Hey, Fowler, what's up? Yeah. I think you're right. I think it was 2010 at the Fox. Yeah, great show, right? Oh my God, dude. And I will be at the Fillmore on Saturday for the Matches. What? So, for those of you who don't know, the Matches are a local pop punk band that got popular in the aughts. And all the kids in the band, all but like one, I think, used to work in the kitchen at the Fillmore. Back when the Fillmore had those big Fillmore nachos, it was like $10 and you got a giant plate of fucking killer nachos. So we used to call them the Nacho Bitches, and they worked at the Fillmore in the Warfield. And they had their run as a band, and now they're doing like a little reunion show, and it's at the Fillmore again. So I immediately was like, I'm working the Matches. So I was only going to do one show this month, and it was the Matches, but then I ended up doing a show last weekend too, because they were shorthanded. So, yeah. Oh, uh-oh. Whew. I just threw off my timing because I was supposed to talk there and I didn't. Now I'm going to be talking late. All right. Hang on a second, guys. I got to figure some shit out here. Okay. Still going to be a little bit late, but that's all right. Let's see. Can't put that there. That's going to have to go down here. This is going to have to be this. And what? There's not a lot of music news today, huh? Like, I would rather talk about music news, but I just didn't see much going on. Huh. No, that doesn't make any sense, does it? I might just have to fall back on some Niner action. Okay, well, it's just going to have to be Niners. It's the late, great Ronnie James Dio on 107.7 The Bone, reminding you that the Bone Metal Zone is Saturday nights at 11 o'clock. And then you're going to have to get up early on Sunday because your San Francisco 49ers are playing on the West Coast, but they're playing in... Oh, actually, you don't have to get up too early. It's at noon. It's the late, great Ronnie James Dio reminding you that the Bone Metal Zone is Saturday nights at 11 o'clock. And you get to sleep in on Sunday because the San Francisco 49ers are back on the West Coast playing your NFC Western Division rivals, the Rams. Pregame is at 12:25. Kickoff is at 1:25. And as always, every play of the game is right here in bone-crushing stereo. And tomorrow morning, you're going to have to set the alarm for 6:50 a.m. to hear Lamont and Snelly do their weekly report with San Francisco 49ers long snapper Tabor Pepper. If you missed last week's report, you know we got it posted up for you at 1077thebone.com. Okay. That was almost a disaster. Phew. I did that yesterday and it didn't even have anything to do with you guys. Like it was like after we got off the air and I was just sitting here like trying to get all my shit together. And then all of a sudden I heard my break go by and I was like, I forgot to record that. Oh God. Yeah. Justine, my mom knows about the kitchen. Oh yeah. This has been a work in progress for a very long time. She had a flooding incident and it was a whole thing to like, because she had a relatively new kitchen, you know, and she didn't want to change anything. And after the flooding, you know, her custom kitchen, like we couldn't get the same cabinetry, like everything that she'd gotten, it was like 8 years ago and it's all gone now. So she had to start from scratch. And yeah. So yeah, no, she's well aware. She's picked everything. Oh, are you liking this as a talk show, Eddie? I'm glad you do. It's a talk show where you can talk back. Oh shit, Jason's back. Hey, hater Jason. This is not an airport. You do not have to announce your departure. No one cares. Peace out. Hey, Jimmy, you got to go too? Yeah, I mean, oh God, no, Jason's back. Jesus. Oh, look, this is his spam. This is the shit he's like spamming. Look, he couldn't stop spam. He's so desperate to have like a spam spot space that he has to like vomit up his bullshit here. Wow. Yeah, I'm gonna hide that one too. Delete. Uh-huh. What do I think about the Irish myth Medby Kissy, who is I don't know what you're talking about, Jacob. Oh, thanks for checking me out at work. This is what I do. Oh yeah, Eddie, we talked about Juan Bruno passing away at the top of the show. I'm sorry. It's yeah. It is sad. I'll tell you a little secret, Kevin. It's not a late night for me. I actually record the show on Fridays. That's why we do the giveaways and afternoon drives, because otherwise we'd have to have somebody here at the station at 11 o'clock at night to answer the phone to give away tickets, and we don't. But the good news is that what it does is it gives the metal a higher profile by putting it in afternoon drive for giveaways. So win-win. Yeah, Justine. Stairway to Heaven is a famously long song. Fowler, you should come for the matches. Oh, Peter Hook is the same night. Oh, yeah, that's a tough choice. I mean, Peter Hook comes around every 2 years. The matches, we haven't seen them for what, 10 years? But maybe this is a reunion that's preceding a tour and you will get to see them again. So hard to say. I know, right? Lori, Red, like, dude, he needs the attention. That's why. Some people, they just weren't loved as children or whatever, you know? Yeah, I deleted what he posted because it's nobody cares, really. I promise you. Oh, Brian Hobson, you've missed so much. Juan Brujo died. We were very sad about this. I showed more pictures of my dog. The guy who called me a skanky cunt turned up in the comments and thinks it's my fault for being rude to him. And it's been a day, bro. It's been a day. Yeah, that too, Red. Fuck him. No stairway denied. No one is denied stairway on the bone. Oh yeah, Jacob, I've never been to Ireland. I would like to go. I would like to be there now. I wanted to go with my mom, but I don't have enough vacation days. So it's going to be on the bucket list, just like Tokyo. You have an alarm reminder for Metal Zone? Nice. I hear it all before it airs, so I'm usually pretty good. Hey, Paul, welcome back. I thought you were here the whole time, so you could have played that off. All right, let's see. How much time do I have? Yeah, it's actually almost time to wrap up. I got a lot of stuff I got to do before we get out of here. All right. Anybody, what do you want to see pictures of before I go? Or do you have any questions before I go? Oh, and Brian, you also missed my my awesome Instagram post, which I'm sure you already saw, but just in case. This is back when I did the Guitar Player Superstar contest. I hosted it, and I ended up taking a limo. I actually ended up spending a couple of days with Reeves Gabrels, Elliot Easton, Gary Hoey, and George Lynch. And this is the proof. Although now that Photoshop has gotten so good, it does kind of look like I Photoshopped myself in there a little bit, doesn't it? But no, it's for real. Did I show you guys this one yesterday? So it's like a Vanderpump thing. I don't know if anybody remembers yesterday we talked about the Vanderpump thing, and I basically, the algorithm is killing me. I don't have the energy to fucking produce original content every day. So I've been kind of going through memories and going, well, I'll just put this shit together and post it because nobody remembers it anyway. I barely remember it happening, So, sir, I tagged them and they like commented. Where is it? Look, they sent little hearts and stuff. And I kind of was talking shit about them. I was like, we went full Hollywood and went to Sir, where the drinks were fab and the food was mediocre. And I got a terrible Alfredo, which you can see here. Where's the... Here comes the terrible Alfredo. Almost. There. Look at that. I could have made that at home. And then afterwards, we went to the Rainbow, where the drinks were worse, but the food was better. And Ron Jeremy played his harmonica for me. This is before Ron Jeremy was canceled for that rape thing. So we thought he was just handsy. We didn't know he was rapey. Plus, he and I had mutual friends. Go figure. So yeah, that's what's happening lately. And I don't know if people can tell that that's me rehashing old stuff as content now, or if people care, or if people are actually interested in stuff that I used to do. Oh, thanks, Red. Right, Paul? I mean, that was some pastaroni in a box bullshit, right? Yeah. Ron Jeremy. I know, right? Honestly, that's not the first opportunity I've had to take a photo with Ron Jeremy, nor was it the last, but it is the most hilarious. So yeah, Ron Jeremy used to turn up at a lot of metal shows, and I used to go to a lot of metal shows, and I would go to LA. I used to go to LA a lot. Now I never go. Now I go to Vegas a lot. For reals. Yeah, you just gotta churn out the reels. Otherwise, social media doesn't love you. And if social media doesn't love you, then media doesn't love you, because that is the everything right now. Oh, yeah, B. Hobbs, you are way behind on that. Yeah, the dude who called me a cunt turned up here on the live stream and told me it was my fault that he called me a skanky cunt because he says I was rude to him, even though I really was not rude to him. He's just an entitled piece of shit. Oh, Ace Frehley, that's who you were talking about. Oh, Ace is hit or miss, you know. He was nice to me every time I ever saw him. I have heard otherwise from other people who've had difficulties with Ace. And I've seen Ace be way too wasted to play and still try to play. So Ace can be problematic, but it doesn't make him a bad person. It's also kind of funny when you watch his videos when he's like shopping at Walmart. Although they were funny the first few times and then they started getting a little sad. So I think he stopped making them, I hope. Although I think he broke up with the girlfriend that was doing it, that was posting them. Yeah, right? Seriously, Brian. Is my mom a Liam Neeson fan? I do not know. Barbecue. Barbecue sounds good. Hot Girls Club. Nah. Good night, Eric. Good night, Red. Right, Paul? Yeah, and honestly, that's not even my first Carrie King interview. If you flip through my channel, I think there's a search bar that searches within my channel. Just type Carrie King, you'll find like 3 or 4 more. Yeah. I've known Carrie since 92 or 3, something like that. 3 or 4. 93. We'll say 93. Oh yeah. Yeah, drinking is 100% an issue for Ace Frehley, Justine. 100%. It's the main reason he's not in Kiss anymore. I mean, one of many, but yeah. Yeah. All right, guys. Yep, I do have to tap out and get some stuff done. So, and I missed talking right there when I probably should have. So yeah, I definitely need to get back on it. Thanks, guys, and thanks for all your support. I don't want you to think I don't appreciate it. I know I can take care of myself, but I also do appreciate when you guys support me, and I would just like to see you put that support out into the world so that when other entitled asshole dudes think it's okay to call some woman they've never met before a cunt for literally nothing, that everybody kind of takes a stand against that sort of thing. So thank you. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Cheers.